Hello, Jenny here from Chi Lifestyle. Okay, I'm hoping you guys have had a good week, and I am going to get into today's reading, which is all about who will I marry. Today's reading is going to be a bit different though, because this is all going to be about your journey to your future husband, soulmate, partner, whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay. Previous readings has really all been focused on them and who they are and what their star sign is and career, etc., etc. This one's more about you and how or what you can do to help speed up the manifestations. Okay, a lot of the times we put so much energy into manifesting them that we sometimes forget what we need to do. Okay, and that's all fair and well. So I can manifest someone and spend 10 years manifesting them because I haven't done the inner work that is needed to bring them in. And this is quite important because anyone can get, I can get a boyfriend today, 2 seconds. All I have to do is go onto Tinder, for example, find a man, swipe the right way, he finds me, we're a match, and boom, so it can go. But is it the right person? Okay. You don't want to be dating for 40 years, and for 40 years you've been dating the wrong kind of people, and you've wasted time, and you've lived with people and in and out and in and out and in and out, and you can never actually understand why are you constantly going through this? Why are you constantly bringing in the wrong person? What is going on? And a lot of the times we need to look at the inner work. So what do I need to know and what do I need to do to bring me closer to the right relationship, closer to the right man that I really want to marry? Okay. So today's focus is going to be more on you than them, and I will bring in a little bit of your energies as opposed to their energies, and maybe your pathway when, you know, what is he looking for, and maybe gives you a good idea as to what you are needing to do and why you need to become, or who you need to become to manifest this specific person. Okay, so pile number 1 is this little seashell, or quite a big seashell. Pile number 2 is this like pinky, it's got beautiful little pinky kind of colors in it, and pile number 3 is the seashell. Okay, so think very carefully what you want, who you want, what are you trying to do, and we will climb into your readings. Hello, and welcome to those who chose pile number 1. Okay, so if you didn't listen to the intro, this is the who will I marry in a different light. This is your path to your future husband, spouse, partner, soulmate. Okay. This is really about your energies, what you're going through, where your blockages could be, what you can do to improve, and bring about your relationship quicker. Okay. I will then get into a very brief detail as to who he is, what they're going through, and basically the outcome for you both. All right. Okay. So those of you who have chosen pile number 1, you are people who are trying very hard to manifest. Okay, you've put in a lot of effort into bringing about this new relationship. You have read all the books, you've done all the stuff, you've done your vision boards, you've visualized them every day, you've thought about everything you've wanted, and you're just now waiting. You really want the situation to move forward. Okay. Let me just quickly, obviously, if you can't see, so you've got the Magician card, you've got the Nine of Wands reversed, you've got the Page of Wands, you've got the Deceit card, Teacher card, Creativity, and Victory. Okay, sorry, I just thought I'd mention that in between. However, the angels are saying that maybe you are being a little bit too stubborn or inflexible right now. So you've got your box and you have written down, I want, for example, obviously, a man or a woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, big boobs for a man, big, fierce chest for a man. I want 6 packs. I want someone who's rich, someone who's got a fancy car, someone who's got a fantastic job, someone who is nice with kids, they are lovely to me, they're romantic, and you've really put your list out there. Okay, so like you've seriously put like, I am being so specific. What the angels are saying is maybe too specific. Okay, because what you want to bring about is maybe not necessarily what's best for you. Okay, we can all bring about what we want, but sometimes your soulmate is more what you need. Okay, so what they're saying is, what happens if, so she's not like a Barbie doll and he's not like a Ken. Okay, so what happens if his stomach is slightly more rounded and a little bit more flabby, or she's a little bit more hippie and a little bit more flab on the bum? Is that really going to make a difference? Okay. What happens if he has not got a Ferrari, for example, and he drives a beach buggy? Is that really going to be important? Okay. So what they're saying to you is, you've had a lot of unfulfillment in your past relationships because, you just found that they've lacked creativity. They've just lacked fulfillment. They lack surprises. They lack enthusiasm. They lack people with no vision, I think. I think you've had someone who they've just got no idea where they want to be. Really and truly. You've just dated people who have just kind of gone with the flow, and you're just very irritated with them because you're like, you know what, you've got no idea what you want in your life, you've got no future, and I'm tired of those kind of people. So that's why you've been so tight and rigid as to what you want right now, because you are so tired of dating someone that's just got no vision. They're just like morons who breathe, not being ugly, but that's, the kind of thing that I see. Someone who just, they can't see past their hairdo, for example. And so I understand you being a little bit more, oh my God, no, this is now what I want, which is great. But you also got the deceit card. So either you've been deceived quite badly in the past as well, or you are the person who's deceiving yourself. You need to look at the lessons. So the teacher card is a card that speaks about more learning the lessons. Something from your past or something about the situation right now is something you need to sit and learn. Okay, so sit down and go, okay, listen to my heart right now. If I had to close my eyes and visualize what I wanted, truly wanted from my heart, what is the most important? Is it not maybe someone who brings out the best in me? Is it not maybe someone who wants to see me succeed? Is it not maybe someone who will be supportive of me and my careers? Is it not maybe someone who is faithful? Is it not maybe someone who is kind and giving? And so whatever that is, listen to your heart. The looks can literally be, I just want someone who I'm attracted to. And that attraction might end up being the redhead in the corner that's got lots of freckles. Okay. So, yes, you're doing a lot of work and the angels are going fantastic and well done, but maybe you're not listening to what you need right now. You're listening to more what you want. Okay, so stop deceiving yourself into thinking that that's what you need. Okay, listen to the lessons being taught to you right now. Okay. The creativity card, I think, and also to bring about this person, you need to get in touch with your creativity. I mean, it's all fair and well that you want someone who's creative, because the Page of Wands is someone who can create something out of nothing. There's someone, I just want to get that card for you to understand what I'm saying. Okay, so this is a guy who is, he's got a feather in his cap, so, he's seeing the possibilities. There's a lot of mountains ahead. There's a wand, and in this wand that's in a very, very barren, dry environment is still sprigging little sprouts. Okay. So this is a guy who, once again, has got a feather in his cap, and he's going, what can I do? So he's seeing the positivity in a very, very negative situation. Okay. And I think you've had a lack of that with your previous partners. You've just had that someone with a lack of vision. And so they're saying to you, okay, that's great. What about your creativity? So maybe stop putting more focus on them and more focus on you. What do you want to create? Okay, with your life. What pictures? What is your life's painting? Forget about them for a second. Forget about love. In fact, forget about love for another month, for example. Stop focusing on love and focus on what do you paint your picture. Paint your life picture. Okay? What will make you feel victorious? Okay. So yes, what will make you feel like you've created victory in your own life? Okay. Because once you've put all the focus on you and what it is that makes you happy, then you will put less focus on them. Okay. So now we're going to get back onto who they are. Okay. So this is just like a little description as to who they are. Okay. Or what they're going through. Just so you know or understand why this is all happening. Okay. So they are not the devil. Okay, there could be a Capricorn, just by the by, because the devil does represent Capricorn. But this is, once again, we're really not focusing on star signs today, because this is just more about the path. The path that they're going through is they've not been having the best of relationships. They have really and truly also, they've dealt with relationships that have been maybe, for example, very sexual. So maybe they've always gone for, okay, so if they're a guy, okay, obviously swap the sexes. So they've only ever gone for women who are the Barbies in life. You know, the ones with the small waistline, the big boobs, the tiny little bums, the one with the beautiful thick hair, blue eyes, whatever it is. Their previous relationships have been very, very toxic and very unhealthy, okay? They've always brought, or you know, maybe they haven't had any serious relationship. Maybe all their relationships have been purely sexual and just not fulfilling, okay? There could have just been tons of fighting. They are, you know, once again, had so much toxicity in their previous relationship. There's just been conflict. They're just so tired of having that kind of relationship, okay? I think also it could also be someone who was codependent. So they just don't want someone who's jealous and codependent, and they don't have their own lives. And, you know, someone who's it's just brought conflict, and they just had to defend themselves always, or felt like they were always defending themselves because this person was always on their back, and they just really have been unhappy in these full-on toxic relationships, one after another, okay? Because really and truly what they want is they're wanting a lady or a man who, you know, someone who is full of life, but at the same time, someone who's going to give them, you know, someone who's real. So they don't want this Barbie, for example, anymore. They just want someone who's really real now. You know, someone who might have, once again, a bit of a flabby tummy, or, you know, real hair, and, you know, not someone who is toxic and full of themselves, okay? They're wanting someone who is positive, someone who's quite creative, very organized, someone who is strong, but also very warm and giving and loving. They might want someone who's also self-sufficient. So again, you know, someone who's not going to be codependent on them. That's why I think it's so important for you to, you know, create a bit of creativity in your life, and see what kind of things you would like to create in your life, so that you're not going to be codependent on them. And then this is your outcome for the relationship, and this will be their outcome for the relationship, okay? So yes, for sure, you know, once you guys have put the effort in that you're supposed to be putting into yourselves, this will definitely bring out, you know, for you, this will definitely be your wish fulfillment. He's going to bring, or she's going to bring you a lot of peace, a lot of inspiration. You know, this is someone who's going to bring a lot of calmness and hope. This will definitely be your light after the darkness. And for him, this is, you know, he'll feel like it's, your relationship is just perfect. It's warm and it's sunny and it's a positive union, okay? You'll definitely bring about a feeling of happiness and togetherness, okay? So yes, this is your reading, pile number one. This is definitely going to be the energies surrounding, you know, your future marriage or life partner, whatever it is that you're looking to bring in. And I hope you understand the steps that you need to take in order to find them. And I hope this is giving you a little bit of clarity. Okay, so please comment down below if it has. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and please like and let me know what you think, or if there's anything else that you are wanting to know. Okay, have a nice weekend. Hello and welcome to those who have chosen pile number 2. Okay, so with pile number 2, so if you haven't listened to the intro, this reading is about who will you marry, but it's not going to be our normal reading where I'm going to give you all the details of your future husband. This one's a little bit different, and this is about your path towards, your future spouse, should I say. These are the things that you might have to go through in order to get yourself ready for the one, if you kind of want to put it. and we'll go through a little bit about his energies, and yeah, if there's a star sign, then I will obviously mention it, but it's not really the point. It's not really so much about him. It's more about you. Okay. So before we get into any cards of what he is or what he's going through, let's go through your cards. Okay. So you have got the Three of Swords, the World in reverse, the Fool. You've then got the Death card, exhaustion. Focus upon your strength and business. Okay. So before you meet the one, as you want to put it, or your future husband or wife, you are probably going to go through quite a massive heartbreak, okay, or a number of heartbreaks. So with the Three of Swords, that's very much about a heartbreak. And like I said, it could be more than one. You might have had one failed relationship after another where you've just felt really, really low because they've just left you feeling extremely heartbroken. With the World card in reverse, it's not just heartbroken, but it's also not giving you much closure. Like, you can't quite understand what went wrong, where did it go wrong, why they hurt you. You know, you've just really, really battled. You've really had to sit back and try and understand why all these relationships have happened. You know, you might have been someone who tried really hard, and you've just continuously just been let down, one after another. Okay. And so before you can move on to your future spouse, I think one of the things you have to do is to go through those relationships and just trying to figure out, you know, whereabout did you go wrong? I mean, if you were always the one that was giving, then maybe it's a self-esteem issue. You know, you don't believe you deserve, and so therefore you've self-sabotaged. Or you've just brought out people who self-sabotage. You might find that you're always dating the ones that need help, or the ones who need saving, or, you know, there's obviously a cycle here that needs to be complete, because the World card's also that one of, you know, of completion, of coming full circle with something, and you literally need to close out a bad pattern that you've gone through in the past, so that you can recognize where it is you need to go from here. Okay, so with the Fool card, then obviously, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's, you know, you felt like a bit of a fool from the past, and now you literally just want to step forward into the future, and you want to start all over again. You want to take a risk on a new relationship, and you really and truly just want to close out the old. With the Death card there, then yes, that's exactly what it is. You literally just want the past to die. You're wanting that new beginning. You want to step forward into that new beginning, and so you really have to deal with the pain. I mean, this is not a physical death. This is just an emotional death. You have to deal with the pain of what's gone on. You need to actually just go through it. You know, a good way to deal with heartache and loss is to have maybe an energy healing done. You know, Google meditations on how to get over a breakup. You know, open up your heart chakra, work through the heart chakra. You've got to actually deal with these endings, okay? Because if you don't, you're just going to carry the bad, negative vibes into a new relationship, which is never ever going to be worth it. So there again, you got the exhaustion card. So, you know, we often forget how loss can actually land at being exhausted, because once again, you go through the stuff over and over and over in your head, not understanding what went wrong, what did I do, you know, was I good enough, wasn't I good enough, why, you know, it's very, very exhausting, and it can take such a massive toll on your body and your mind and your soul. So you really need to, I mean, it's got to focus upon your strength. You really need to focus upon your strength. You really need to focus upon you. You need to work through the issues, understand why you went through everything, go through each one, and again, just sit there and say, why did I have to go through all this? What can I learn from each relationship? And it is, where did I go wrong, but not in the sense of it was my fault, but more in the sense of, did I give too much because I didn't, you know, accept good for myself? Have I sold myself short on every relationship because I didn't feel like I deserved more? Did I not Did we have lots of fights and petty fights because I was insecure and jealous? Did I not have my own hobbies, for example, and so I was codependent on them? Did I take on people who were codependent on me? Okay, so you've got to go through all of these emotions. You've got to go through all of these things, and then you need to focus upon your strength. So once you've dealt with this loss, once you've dealt with exhaustion, taken good time out, a lot of people want to jump straight back into a new relationship, and trust me, it just doesn't work. Because the minute you haven't dealt with the loss, your next relationship is doomed. So if you're really wanting to meet the one and you're really wanting, then you need to do the work. Okay, take the time out and focus upon your strengths. Remember what you have to offer, and each one of us have something amazing to offer. So say to yourself, look yourself in the mirror, I am beautiful because, and it could be the fact that, I offer a lot in the sense of I do a lot of cooking for my partner, I'm a really good mother, I'm a really good faithful person, I am brilliant in business, I am very clever, I am a catch. And once you believe you're a catch, you are then able to not really ever take back someone that didn't see it, because you're going to look back at them and go, you know what, it's your loss. And the more effort you put in yourself, trust me, the more that they're going to regret it. And this is not to say you're doing it because you want them to regret it. You're doing it for yourself so that you don't regret it. Leave them. Let them regret everything. It's your time to move on. Okay? Business. I think what you also need to do once you've dealt with all this drama and all this stuff is, I think you need to look into your career and spend some time on yourself business-wise. So spend a little bit of time focusing on what you want to do, where you want to go. If you had a choice, what career would you go into? Maybe you need to spend a little bit of time studying, but I think you need to spend a little bit of time business. It's either that, because I believe that maybe you might meet your new partner through business, through work. So maybe you want to work on your career. Just put a little bit more effort into that. Okay. We're going to get onto his energies now, which will also, focusing on his energies is just to give us a nice idea as to, once again, who we're bringing in. Okay, so for your future spouse, we've got the King of Rods, the Eight of Rods, and the World. It's funny how you both got the World. So at the moment your world is upside down and his world is right way up. So that's a bit of an interesting one. Okay, so your future partner, husband, partner, soulmate, whatever, is someone who is very much a leader. Now obviously this is a male energy. You can obviously turn it around for females as well. Okay, so this is just definitely someone who's a leader. Okay, they're really good at business. They're very wise people. They have their wits about them. This is someone who's possibly creative and possibly sees the possibilities in life. Okay, so you've got a very positive person, someone who's quite warm and loving and really and truly, you might possibly have a Leo, because I'm seeing a lion there above his head, and the one is very much a fire sign, so possibly could be a Leo. Okay, this is someone who is possibly traveling. Okay, so maybe like I said, for you to go into business. So again, this is someone who's a businessman. So if you had to concentrate on your business skills or your career, this is possibly when you might meet. Okay, so either you or him is possibly going to be possibly traveling, but he's also someone who, or she or they, is someone who has worked, they've worked through their issues. So that's why it's so important for you to work on yours, because you don't really want to take on someone, they don't really want to take on someone who's got all these real issues, not because that they're not a sensitive people, but because they've done a lot of the work themselves. They've gone, their life might be a little bit fast and furious, and with someone who's very much a businessman, and their life is very fast and furious, they might not just have the time to really baby you, if that sounds right. And And because of that, we really want to make sure that we are strong ourselves. I kind of understand what I'm trying to say here. So remember the card, focus upon your strength. The more you see your strength, the more you realize that how strong you are, the more you put focus onto yourself and what your good qualities are. You won't worry about whether this guy is very much into business or whether he doesn't pay not all the attention to you. Like, I'm not saying that he's not going to pay attention to you, but he just might just really be business focused. And so, you don't want to be feeling like you need his attention 24/7, because then he's possibly not going to, be as interested in you. I think he's someone who's going to like quite a strong woman or man, if you reverse the roles, but not someone who's weak and constantly needing attention. So that's why it's so important for you to focus upon your strength and to put your thoughts and stuff into your business, because I think when you are doing that, you're going to attract him, because you're going to come across as a very sexy woman, and he's going to appreciate that, because he's also a businessman. Okay. As I said, there's a possibility of travel here, because with the Eight of Cards, it's fast moving energy. So his energy is very fast, and he's coming towards you very quickly. Or when he does see you, he's going to come towards you very quickly. Okay, this is not going to be a person who doesn't know what they want. They know what they want, and they're going to come towards you. Okay, and also with the World card, again, this is just a major cycle of completion. Okay, so he's completed a cycle, and you need to do the same. If you don't get closure in your past relationships, you're going to have to try and find a way within, whether you write a letter and burn it or sage it or whatever, but you're going to have to find a way to find your closure, so that he doesn't have to deal with that, because he's come to a complete, circle in his life. Again, with the World card, there are, okay, so we have got a bit of a Taurus, and we have got a Leo as well, so just for you to have a look. But yes, this is someone who's very successful, and a major completion, a new cycle in love is about to start for him, and you, and they could also be, they could literally live somewhere else in the world, so they could be living at a different place. You might meet them again during maybe a business travel. Okay, something to do with your career. Right, so the final two cards I've got here is, so that's yours. What does this relationship bring you? Again, you've got a lion here. Ooh, lots of Leo. Lion. Interesting. Maybe it's just they got a lion, that kind of a personality. Leo's personality. So maybe Google Leo so that you can get more of an in-depth idea as to who they are. So for you, this is very much going to be your soulmate. You're really going to see this guy as the perfect partner for you. He is someone who is stable. He is someone who, will really complete your world. You're going to see them as very lucky. You're going to feel like you have definitely got the best partner. Someone who can cooperate well with. He brings about a lot of harmony into your life. And for him, he sees you as a loving partner. He sees you as someone who can bring a lot of warmth and sensitivity and gentleness to his life. Okay, he sees you coming from a good place, and he's actually quite surprised at how you make them feel. Okay, you're definitely going to fill his cup up with love, and that alone is going to bring you guys such a beautiful partnership for the both of you. Okay. So yes, that's what I have for you for pile number 2, and I think this is definitely going to be worth the wait. This is definitely going to be the one for you. Just take the time out right now, deal with your endings, focus on your new beginnings, focus upon your strength, and focus upon your career. And this beautiful, wonderful partnership is on its way. Yay! So those are chosen pile number 2. Thank you very much, and please comment down below, like and subscribe, and we'll chat to you soon. Hello, and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 3. Okay, so if you skip the intro, you wouldn't know that we're doing this Who Will I Marry reading a little bit different. Okay, instead of focusing on who your future partner is, or husband, wife, whatever, we're more putting it on you and your your journey towards them. Okay, so this is more focusing on what you need to do in order to get there, what you need to focus on, what you might go through until some time that you meet them. Okay, obviously take what resonates. It's very much about the collective, so yeah, we just need to take what resonates. Your first card you've got is the Hermit. You've then got the Four of Wands in reverse. You've got the Knight of Wands. You've got deprivation. You've got find the blessings in your current situation, a new beginning, and celebration. All right. Okay. So before you meet your future spouse, you either going to, or you currently would be going through a time where you obviously in a lot of contemplation and you thinking, you having a lot of time alone. Okay, so you are spending time just basically away from people. You might decide that you've come through a very tough time, you're not really too sure what's been going on. You've just had so many bad failed relationships, things are just not working out. You can't just you're just battling to find success in your love life. Okay, there seems to be either poor communication, or you've had a lot of disappointments. There just seems to be tension, and it's all just led to failure. Okay, and you just look to fulfill and there's just been lack of fulfillment. So you're just looking to think to yourself, why is all this, gone on? Why am I not able to bring out what I want? You're someone who is energetic and you're passionate, and and you're just someone who, you want someone to pursue you. You want someone to make you feel passionate as well. Who is passionate about you. You want someone who's not really scared of change, and someone who's maybe sometimes a little bit hasty when it comes to love. Or you might be someone who's a little bit hasty when it comes to love, and you've just been meeting all the wrong people. So that's why you're going within. You're not dating. You're not really seeing anyone. You might be. There might be a couple of years, months, years that you've actually just been single, because you really just want to take this time to figure the things out. You're so done with the dating. You're so done with meeting Mr. Wrongs or Miss Wrongs that you just decided to take time out. Okay, and that's going to be a good thing. It's really good for you to go deep within. It's very good for you to meditate and to seriously think as to A, what's gone wrong in the past, and B, what it is that you really, really, really want. Okay. The deprivation card is really all about lack. Okay, so you might just not believe, or you might, you need to watch your thoughts here, because you might say, all men are arseholes, or all men are losers, or all men cheat, or you're saying all women are bitches, we're all the same. This is very much lack mentality. Because believe it or not, there are some really, really good people out there, and really, really good partners. And you've got a soulmate or twin flame out there. You just need to believe in it. You need to have more faith in them. You need to have more faith in yourself. Be careful of your inner chatter. Be careful of what you say. Just because you've dated a whole bunch of people that have cheated on you does not mean that the rest of the people in the world are cheaters. Just because you dated someone who's abusive does not mean there's the rest of the people in the world that are abusive. The first thing you need to do is you need to find blessings in your current situation. So whatever you're going through, just try and find some blessings. Try and have some positive vibration. Remember, what you send out is what comes back. Watch movies that are maybe, that might have the romantic ending, but anything that keeps your vibration very high. Spending time alone is also very good, and also thinking to yourself, why is my relationships failing? Am I too quick to, for example, get into bed with them? Am I too quick to just give to them, but without, expecting it back? Do I lack the love for myself? These are all very good questions to ask yourself. And when you are able to actually find the blessings in each relationship, I think as well, even the bad ones. I mean, You can literally date the biggest narcissist ever, and they can treat you so badly, and you can still find the blessings. And sometimes that blessing is, well, you know what, I now know in future what to look out for. I can maybe now make sure that I don't ever date a person who has these kind of characteristics. I know what things to look for from now going forward. This is what I look out for. Do a little bit of reading up on narcissists and how they work, so that you are very much aware of their brains and how their situations, and how they literally stalk on their prey. They prey on, I don't think that made sense. But they really do. They prey on people who are weak and who are going through very low times. If you've been abused in the past, oh my boy, that you're a narcissist's dream, because they know they can manipulate you because of the fact that, they see those weaknesses and they will fight on them. So your blessings in that situation is, you know what, I've learned to become so strong so that I don't ever have to have that situation happen to me again. Okay. So when you can just find blessings in all situations, and you raise your vibrations, and you just put it out there. I believe in the gentleman. I believe in the really good lady. I believe in people being faithful. I really believe in the right person being out there for me. And when you do that, boom, there comes the new beginning. So here's your new door, and it's about to open up, and it's going to bring about the celebration that you're wanting. Okay. It might also mean that when you've done all this and you've gone within and you decide to start a new beginning, so whatever the new is, new job, new move, you might move to a new place, a new town, a new something. When you've got this new something and you're celebrating, this is when Mr. X or Mrs. X will come in. Okay, so here are the cards I have for your future people, spouse. Alright, okay, so future spouse is someone who is quite flexible. Okay, they might have been quite a bit stubborn, and they were just hesitant to maybe carry on in relationships. I don't think this is someone who really and truly wanted to spend time or waste time on the wrong people. So they've just gone, you know what, it's not working out for me, and they just walked away. This is someone who is, they're very much a successful leader. They're someone who they like to build a lot of security in their lives. They hold a position of authority. They're great at creating a lot of success for themselves, and everywhere they go there's just lot of success. We have got a bull behind this guy's head, so with the King of Pentacles, so he could very much be a Taurus. Okay. This is someone who's they follow they're quite level-headed, but at the same time not very egotistical. Okay, so they very generous with their money. They make sure their family's needs are well met. Okay. They're patient, these are very patient people. However, they don't waste their times on relationships or situations. So if they don't feel that the relationship or the situation that they're in is going anywhere, or is going to bring them anything, they're quite happy to walk away. Okay. They just don't. There's no point in them dealing with the situations that no longer serve them. Okay. But here is, okay, so that's how you're going to feel. So this is your card as to what you're going to feel once you've met, or feel about the relationship, and this is what he's going to feel once you've met. Okay. So for you, this is very much your Ten of Cups. Once you've met him and you guys started dating, and you guys start getting married, you're really going to feel that this is it. This is what you've always waited for. This is your wish fulfillment. He is going to really bring a lot of happiness to your life. You're going to find a lot more peace. You guys are just going to be really, really great companions, and just have a lot of happiness together. You will create that family life that you've always wanted. You will move to that beautiful town that you've always wanted to move to. He will create a lot of love and support. He might once again be a very hard worker, but that's not going to stop him from not supporting and and bringing a lot for his family. Okay, he's going to feel that you are his number one. You are the happiness that he's always wanted. This is someone who wants a very traditional marriage. This is not someone who wants to waste time with flings, or I just really don't see this being the kind of guy who he's not interested in flings and and people who just want to sleep around and things like that. He's very traditional. He's someone that he's a gentleman, or if she's a lady, and he really just wants someone who is going to make him feel like they are someone with good values, someone with shares the same strong religion maybe as this. This is some of a lot of morals, a lot of religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, and they want someone who's going to share the same beliefs systems as him. And yes, yeah, definitely, he's not going to beat around the bush. This is someone who definitely wants to get married. Okay, and yeah, I think that's, like I said, yeah, you bring the keys to his heart, you bring the keys to his happiness, and he just knows straight away the minute he's met you that you are the one. Okay, so that's what I have for you for pile number 3. I hope something in here resonates with you, and I ask you to comment down below and let me know how things go, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will chat to you soon.